Good morning. My name is Kantrina Barker. I am from Columbus, Mississippi, and I am very excited to talk about my teaching plan for a course that I will be teaching in January at the community college where I am currently employed. A class in public health is personal and community health. So I'm very excited about teaching the class. This will be my first actual um, college level class to teach. And I'm very excited about that. A little nervous about it, but I'm very excited about it. So, in module three, when I first started out developing my plan, I had no idea of what to really how to put it together. I knew that the course was going to be personal community health, but I didn't really know how to put it together or how to bring it all together where it would be comprehensive as a whole, if that makes sense. So as I started developing course topics and course competencies, but they were very broad, really broad subjects. So I had to do modifications to it to narrow it down to where I could actually get assessments and activities that would actually go with the course companies and the course topics that I chose. So the three course topics that I chose was cultural health disparities in the United States. The second one was personal health and wellness, and the third one was community health advocacy. All three of those that are really good topics. I thought they weren't too broad and they weren't too narrow, but they gave me enough room to do really good assessments and activities that would interest the students and also interest me. Along with those course topics, I developed three student learning companies or three student learning outcomes, which was one to evaluate population-based data for health priorities and disparities in the United States. Number two was to develop an understanding of personal health and wellness, whether that be physical health, psychological health, spiritual health, social health, intellectual, and environmental health. So, just an overall good overview of what personal health is. Also, the third competency that I developed was to apply health related theories to bring about change and awareness. And bringing about change and awareness is to me the core of public health, of what public health is, and it's also the core of what personal and community health is. So as I began to develop my plan, beginning to think about my teaching style and really did not know, I guess, per se, what my teaching style is because I've never taught a class. But as I began to take the VART questionnaire that we did in class, I began to do some research on the different theories, the different learning theories, the different personal learning theories. I learned that I'm a kinesthetic learner, and I knew that, but after the class, we after taking this class, really getting into the research of it, I really found out that I really was a kinesthetic learner, meaning I like hands-on activities, meaning I like activities like this using video to actually get my point across. So it was very refreshing to use a different form, I guess, of an assessment in our course. So, with my plan, with the teaching plan in personal community health, I made sure that I wanted to use problem based learning, which is student centered pedagogy, in which students learn about a subject through experiencing problem solving through open ended problems. So I wanted to make sure that I used that because one of the topics and the competencies that I'm using is actually developing your personal health and wellness plan and also evaluating problem-based data in the community or the health priorities in the United States. So problem solving would be a very big part of actually figuring out a way to make these companies or make these theories come alive. And one of the things that I chose was to actually do a community health fair where the students had to actually collaborate together, where they actually had to collaborate together and figure out how to do the community health fair by being per se the information that's going to providing the information that's going to be given to the people in the community. Another thing that really stuck out to me was cognitism. I use that a lot throughout my lesson plan. And cognitism is just the theory that emphasizes active mental processing information. Being as this is an undergraduate class and it can be taken by public health majors or non-public health majors that needs an elective, being as this it's an introductory course, I knew that I needed base information, which means definitions, which means facts, basic facts about public health. And so, cognitism theory, cognitive activities will give me a chance to do that by giving the students a chance to actually learn what the definitions are or learn what the terms are. And one of the activities or the assessments that I came up with was to play Jenga. And when I thought about it, I was like, uh, uh, Jenga, which really caters to that kinesthetic learner, but it also caters to the logistical learner, because when you play Jenga, you have these stack of blocks. You have to figure out how to get the blocks out, stack them on top without making the tower fall. Well, on the blocks, I actually am going to write questions or definitions of the words that we're learning throughout the course. So the student has to read the question or read the definition, figure out what the definition, or answer the question, and then stack the block on top. So that really covers a multitude of learners. It covers kinesthetic learners. It will cover logistical learners. So students that need that hands-on, students that need something to look at, students that really need to figure out things. That is I thought it was a great opportunity to do so, and something different. Another theory that I tried to intertwine into my plan was constructivism, and that's just building upon the knowledge that we already know. So giving the students a questionnaire at the beginning about their personal health and wellness, and then allowing them to take it again at the end helps them to build upon the knowledge that we'll get throughout the class. So I really wanted to kind of give a different feel to the class. The class is actually taught online, so I got to figure out a way. On my teacher plan, I actually did the face-to-face version of this class, but the class that I'm actually teaching in the spring is an online class. So I have the challenge of figuring out how to connect with each type of learning style. Being as that I'm a kinesthetic learner, I really need to figure out how to take these activities and make them in where the kinesthetic learner will learn. So I can use PowerPoints, I can use video, I can also use where the student can actually video themselves playing the Jenga game. So there's ways to do that. I just got to figure out how to connect it all with it being an online class. I really enjoyed this class. A lot of the things that I learned in this class, as far as the different theories, learning how to take technology and intertwine it into my classroom. That's going to be very big. Learning how to take my own personal style, but yet while trying to reach other students that may not have the same personal learning style as me. And I have to admit that I had some biases about that, because thinking everybody learns like me, and no, not every student is the same. And that's what I like about my teaching plan, that it varies enough to where it's going to reach the read-write student, it's going to reach the kinesthetic student, it's going to reach the logical thinking student. So I wanted to make sure that my teaching plan had a variety of assessments, had a variety of theories, had a variety of activities that's going to be and yet the students can get the information that they need. So I hope you kind of get an idea of what my teaching plan is going to be about. I really have enjoyed this class. Dr. V, you did an awesome job. I'm looking forward to more classes, looking forward to more change and learning and developing my style. So when I do teach my first class, I won't be so nervous about it. But I think over time, my learning style will come about, will come through and shine through. So I'm excited about that. That's it. Hope you have a great day. Enjoy your day. Thanks for having me.